today we find ourselves in Gramercy Park, that is on the east Midtown side of Manhattan. I'm continuing sort of this thrifting series, but I'm not actually going to a thrift shop to pick out one item. I'm actually going to try and find a whole outfit that I can thrift from this thrift shop that is somewhere in this neighborhood. We are about 22nd Street and I think somewhere near Park Avenue. So I thought let's take a walk through Gramercy Park, take a look at what this neighborhood has to offer, and bring ourselves in this scavenger hunt to try and thrift ourselves a whole outfit. So the way that this series works is that I pull up Google Maps on my iPhone, I type in thrift stores or thrift shops nearby, and I pretty much pick the closest one. That happens to be a thrift shop that is right around the corner from here actually, which is what I'm loving this series for, because these things are everywhere. There is something slightly different about this one though, and it's that it's one floor and kind of small from what the pictures showed me, so I hope that they actually have a good selection of what I can gather here. Okay, well, apologies for my inaccuracy, but this is on 3rd Avenue, not on Park Avenue. But at least it's right on an avenue, which means that there is a lot that you can gather just from being on this road basically. First of all, if you come literally right across the street, there's a CVS pharmacy, a wine and liquor store, and some kind of restaurant right in the corner here. Looks like it's a German place. I've never even had German food. I like to point out things like this in this series now because I live in one of these apartments and it is right in the middle of the city basically, but you get places like this, smaller complexes that are right above restaurants and things like that. Like the one I live on top of right now is right above a Korean restaurant. That might give you an idea of the neighborhood. Don't stalk me. Can anybody guess what this place is that is closed down now? No? Well, it's a Starbucks. Is that really a terrible thing? I don't think so. You know the funny thing though, I had to come across the street to get to this thrift shop when there's literally a whole movie set happening that I just accidentally walked through. Okay, vintage thrift off of 22nd and 3rd Avenue. Let's see what you got. It looks like maybe a little bit of everything. I have to admit, so far it looks pretty promising. It's loud in here with the music, but they have a good range of like dressing rooms. They have some jeans in front of me. They have like some overcoats for suits. And a lot of furniture. There's lamps right in front of me. A ton of them. So this is what I'm working with right now. I think I'm just gonna leave the shoes. I have a pair, so I think they'll go well with this. But the olive green shirt and the blue jeans right below it, you'll see how I put it together.
What are you filming for?
I have a series on YouTube of thrift stores in New York City, so yeah.
What would I find it under?
My name, I can give it to you.
Okay.
It's Henry Sierra.
Okay.
Alright, vintage thrift off of 22nd and 3rd Avenue. Really, really impressed and pleased with how you guys run things in there. And the older gentleman running the cashier, really nice. He asked about this show and what I was shooting it for. Okay, back at my apartment, the sublet that I'm renting out to do this try-on haul. Actually, this room is, well, this whole thing is being renovated, so let's see if we can make it through this without a whole bunch of noise, because Backtrack bought 8 hours ago and it sounded like a construction site in here. No joke. The good thing about this room though is that there's this huge mirror and all these pretty plants. Okay, so I guess we can start off with the shoes. These are the pair that I was talking about in the thrift shop. They're more like a black leather low top that go really well with an overcoat and a sweater. Oh, and I already did you a favor. I put on the jeans. Okay, now for the shirt. Actually, I think we can make this shot better. Hold on. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I think we are good to go. So this is the gist. These are the jeans, the shoes to go. I rolled up the bottoms of them to have kind of like cuffs, if you can tell. I just totally almost knocked that plant over. So the green long sleeve, I believe it's from Calvin Klein. Okay, we have about 90% of it. Now just time for the overcoat. So the thought of this is the colorway, as in like earth tones, darker colors, things that don't have too much vibrance to them. And the layering, because that's about to become a necessity here. Alright guys, here we go. So this is the look. The shoes, the jeans with the cuffed ankles, all the way to the sweater. This is kind of how it'll look as far as the figure goes. I really like the fit. It's slimming. There's not too much fabric moving around anywhere where it shouldn't. Actually, the lighting's terrible in here. I'm gonna show you guys the rooftop. The olive green long sleeve from Calvin Klein. It fits very well. I love the fabric. It feels basically brand new. Olive green is the perfect tint of color to go with this type of gray and the wool. Overall, the fit of the sweater is just right. If I happen to shrink it a little bit, I'm probably screwed. The overcoats, I'm not worried about that at all. I'm not worried about it shrinking because it is dry clean only, thanks to my partner who made me realize that, Natalie. I typically like a little bit of room to breathe on my sides and on the underarm part. This particular overcoat is a little more fitted, as you can see. That's totally fine because I'd rather have it be fitted than way too big. The olive green long sleeve will get a 15 because it is basically perfect in every way, in my opinion. And I'll do the same thing for the fancy buttons wool overcoat that I have never had before and I'm excited to wear. Okay, as far as the jeans go, I might have a little problem with these. They fit a little weird. They fit like skinny jean slash bell bottoms, and I don't do bell bottoms. I don't wear cowboy boots or western boots anymore. So I have to admit it is a little tight on the thighs. The fabric is great though. They feel basically brand new. There is a little bit of wear and tear on the back pockets though. But besides that, they are a good length, enough for me to do this type of thing, which I am really a fan of considering that it matches with the tones of this overcoat here. And the last thing that I am going to complain about for these jeans is the pockets. What the hell is this? That's what? That's not even a pocket. Like my phone is literally puncturing my hip right now. Another thing is, I absolutely do not need a belt because any tighter that these get and I will literally suffocate. They fit perfectly. So entire outfit, a 12. So I give it the full 15 because of these awkward jeans. But thankfully the long sleeve sweater and the overcoat are pulling the rest of the weight. Overall, I think it was a successful thrifting haul. So goodbye.